So I'm going to make a very quick video, and this one will be shorter than the last one, just giving you some tips for using Google Forms if you want to create a survey. For anyone that's not sure where to find forms, if you're logged into your Gmail or your Google account, if you go to your Google Apps, so that little thing, and you're scrolling down to look for the purple form, okay, the purple one there. So I just got one that I've opened already. We're going to call this research test. You can put a description. So for example, please complete this survey for my modern studies research project. Okay, dead easy. Now, if you're very fussy, you can change the color and the layout of things. So if I want to make mine red, I can do. If I want to choose a header image that's relevant, I can. Now, please don't spend forever doing this because it just wastes time and it's not important to your survey. We're just going to add, oh no, do you know what? I'm going to add that one in because it's got coffee. We all need coffee right now. So you can edit it as you like, okay? You then just put your questions in. I'll talk you through that in a wee second. If you go to settings here, okay, you can collect email addresses. This is up to you. I normally collect the email addresses on any forms or surveys I make because as a teacher, I want to make sure no one is sending anything inappropriate so I can trace it back. What I've got here is restricts users in Aberdeen City Education. If this box is ticked, only people who have an Aberdeen City Google account, so teachers or pupils for Aberdeen City, can fill in your form. If you untick that, like I've just done, anyone can fill it in. They don't have to have a Google account for Aberdeen City. So for example, if you wanted lots of adults to take your survey because they know about your topic, untick that. You can also edit after submit, or you can see summary charts. So if I want to see pie charts and bar graphs, I can do that. I can decide how to order this, so I can show progress or shuffle the questions so they're random every time as well. Okay, so I'm going to save that. So question 1, how did you find this? Okay, now at the right hand side, you've got lots of different types of answers. I'm not going to do an example for each one. Your short answer will give someone a small space to write a sentence or 2 sentences as an answer. Your paragraph will allow people to talk for quite a bit in detail. Now, you need to think for your research project, is that a good thing or not a good thing? Because if it's a long answer, how do you use that in your stats or your data? So you need to think about that. Multiple choice means they pick one out of, so if I go, okay, I can then hit the enter button, not bad, easy, difficult, okay? What that does there is it allows me people can just tick one. So if you said, what is your view on prisons? Prisons are good, prisons are not good, they're okay but need work, prisons are the worst idea ever, okay? Think about, is that an open or a closed question? Think about it. I'm not going to tell you the answer. If this is a question you're saying people have to answer on your survey, they can't skip it out, click that, okay? Down here, required. If that is at the right and it's coloured, that means they cannot submit the survey until they've answered that question, okay? If you make a mistake, you can delete the question or you can duplicate. So if you want to add the same question again. To add another question, we just go to the add button here. And what are your views on blank? Okay, again, Google is suggesting that's a short answer because it's reading the question and it's guessing that that's not going to be a pick one of these. If you go for check boxes, you can set how many options people can pick. So do you want them to tick 2 or 3? Drop down, you can add menus and then it'll give them a little drop down box like that one. A scale is quite good if you want to do understood, confused, and then basically that will then create a scale from 1 to 5. So 1 being the understood, 5 being they're totally confused. So they can put themselves at 2 or 3 or 4, but it'll give them an idea. Multiple choice grid, tick box grid, okay? Lots of different options there. If you want to do this and you want to make, say, page 1 information about them. So are they male, female? What is their age? Is that information relevant to your research project? Have a think. Do they have background knowledge on your topic, on the EU, on prisons, on political parties? So you could gather information about them. If you want to add a second page, you click this little equals button here. So if you click that, what it will do is it will give you the option to do a next page. So I, for example, might do page 1 about the person filling it in, their gender, their age, what they do for a job, and if they've got any knowledge on the subject. My second section might be all open questions, so short or long answers going, what's your views on this? What do you think about that? Can I ask you to give an opinion on this? And I might make a third page that's closed questions. So closed being, do you agree with this? Yes, no. Does this sound like a good suggestion? Yes, no. Okay, that's up to you, completely up to you. What happens when you make a second section is, now hopefully if I can remember the right button, yes, if I click the little I up here, it should open it and it will show you the questions like anyone filling in your survey will see. So you've got page 1, we go to the next page, page 2, they then click submit. So at any point, if you want to check your progress, you just click that. We can give this a title as well over here. So we'll go at test quiz, because I'll delete this after. You go to send. When you go to send, you've got the option there to collect email. You can either send it via mail, so email. If you click the little bit that looks like a paperclip, it will give you a link, but you can shorten it. Look at that. That's so much easier to put on a Google Classroom or to send in a message or a Snapchat code or whatever it is. So you can share it there if you want as well, okay? And then the other one's just another form of sharing. So if you had a website, but I would use the link, it's the easiest. You can send it to as many people as you want. So that's just a really basic guide to forms. I would play about with it. You can insert images and videos as well. So you could say, what is your opinion on this video clip? What do you think is happening in these photos? Okay, you can do all these kind of things. You can add little titles and descriptions. You can play with the colors, but the questions are the important bit. Hopefully that's been helpful. It's just a little guide. The last thing just to bear in mind is when you're searching, now Google is the one I have set up. You might have a different search engine. Think about what you're searching. If you put into Google, are prisons, would help if I'm typing, are prisons in the UK good? Think, is that going to get me really good information? It might, but it also looks like if you look at this list that I'm maybe going to get tabloid stuff, so stuff that's not reliable. Okay, UK prison strengths. What are the strengths of UK prison? Oh, look here, advantages and disadvantages table. Ooh, prisons are good for society. Prisons, why are they in a state? UK prison, bad things. Oh, inmates reveal the worst they've seen. How dangerous are they? So think about your word choice. If it's political parties, being how many political parties are there in, we'll go with Scotland because it's suggested. Oh, look, I'm getting loads. Okay. Scottish elections year. Okay. And it will, how often are Scottish elections? Oh, they're every 5 years, right. Which ones do the 5 parties? So break up your questions. Think about what you're putting into Google to find the answer. Try different words, try different sentences, okay? And things like that. I hope that's been a little bit useful, guys. Give this a go this week and try your best. Remember, you can email me. You can comment on the Google Classroom. I'll be online Tuesdays and Thursdays. I'm also available throughout the week, but that Tuesday and Thursday hours are dedicated to helping with any assignment stuff. Let me know how you get on, and I can't wait to hear what topics you're doing.